As part of We the People, celebrating 250 years, here's this day in history.
On this day, May 3rd, 1991, the historic Butter Fire on Madison's east side began. A massive fire broke out at the Central Storage and Warehouse Company on Cottage Grove Road 35 years ago today. The Madison Fire Department says employees at the warehouse were having problems with a battery-powered forklift. After trying to fix it and no success, they set aside the project and ended up loading semi-trailers with butter using a different forklift. But about an hour later, the fire was discovered in the area of the malfunctioning forklift, and the butter fire began. The 500,000 square foot site housed butter, cheese, and meat, causing 50 million pounds of food products oozed into the area, fueling that fire. It took 8 days for the fire to be put out. Madison Fire says this was the biggest blaze the department has ever battled.